Happy Tuesday, boys and girls. My name is Jeffrey Scott Mitchell, and I'm coming to you live on Memorex. Default route, default location. I feel good. I feel good internally. I feel psychologically good. My body feels pretty good, but these headaches, or I think it might even be muscle strain or muscle pain in the back of my neck and the way my sinuses do, it's got me, I wouldn't say down a little bit, but it's curbing how happy and enthusiastic I can be. And so far, the headache medicine that I take, it ain't medicine, it's over the counter, CVS, extra strength headache relief, works. And in fact, it works so well that it's scary. It has caffeine in it, and I didn't want to get it because it has caffeine in it, because caffeine will have me up and doing things all night long. But I got it, and not only does it take the headache away, it gives you kind of a euphoric, happy feeling. My sister even said it. She said, I said, caffeine, is this? She said, yeah, it even makes you feel happy. And I was like, yeah. And that kind of led me to the understanding of why people love coffee. If coffee got caffeine in it, and it does that to you, hell, no wonder people want to wake up and get that shot, get that boost of energy and happiness, because not only did it take your headache away, it gave me a type of euphoria, happiness. And I'm not sure if I like that. In fact, I probably don't like it. But anyway, weather's changing here. It's not hot and sunny. It says the temperature is 66 and the way it feels is 76. So I wore my long pants, if you can see, for whatever reason, instead of wearing shorts today. Woke up today at 194.6, which I think is pretty good for a Tuesday, and probably especially good after a Tuesday of traveling, a weekend of traveling, eating pizzas and the such. Not getting my 10,000 steps in, et cetera, et cetera. So 194.6 on a Tuesday, I think it's pretty good. I'm doing good. It's good right now. My head isn't doing anything, but it's early. Like I said, it may even be like muscle strain, or it may be even muscle or tendon or nerve related. Because sometimes it's like as soon as I lay down, it stops. It's like when I lay down, it stops. And I'm more and more, I'm thinking it's less. You do, man. Everybody wants to be on Jeffery TV. And I don't think it's the nicotine anymore, it's lack of miles, because I slowed down and didn't slow down and this and that. It seems to not matter, but you never know. But overall, I feel good. Overall, I feel good. Got 2 days in the office this week. LA Maggots on Thursday. LA Maggots slapped back an official biz. On Thursday. And Friday is Noah Fisher's birthday party. There'll be a bunch of folks up in there. So I might do that too. So there's a few things going on in the world and life. Having just got back from New Jersey, the Meadowlands in Newark, to attend the Pittsburgh Steelers New York Jets game. Very exciting game. Very excited about my football team. We got a long way to go. We got a ways to go now. We got things to fix. But one of the biggest key components that I've been harping about, screaming about, and agonizing over is having a modernized offense, a modernized scheme. And I think with our new quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, 4-time MVP, first ballot Hall of Famer, possibly one of the best quarterbacks ever, of course, behind Tom Brady. To watch him work the offense and to watch him command the offense, just the swagger and everything that went with it. I don't think Pittsburgh has ever had that before. I don't think Pittsburgh has ever had that before. Now, I would say that was the best QB play, Aaron Rodgers. Of course, it's only one game, and it wasn't against the best team in the league. But it was just this command and execution of things. It was the way the offense was ran, and the schemes and the plays. It was just beautiful. And how he orchestrated it, got everybody where they're supposed to be. How he put people in the right place and made the right calls, and threw the ball and got the ball to the playmakers. Of course, he's not the most mobile person in the world. And he did take some sacks, a couple of which weren't his fault. But he made some brainy plays that, we're just not used to seeing from him. I'm not used to seeing from a Steelers quarterback. And that goes back to the culture. The Pittsburgh culture, Steelers culture, isn't necessarily one of cerebral innovation and scheme and complex. Pittsburgh has been known as a team to just line up and run you over, just be tougher than you, meaner than you, just beat up on you. And I've said before, you can't do that in the league anymore. Too much parity. When Mean Joe Green came in the league, he was an anomaly. He was like the only one. Like 6 foot something, whatever, 6'3", whatever how tall he was, black man, agile to run like that. They have athletic ability and meanness and just, he was a specimen the league hadn't seen before. And so we went out and got a bunch of folks like that. Steel curtain, we had four big black defensive linemen, as where, a lot of teams wasn't ready to go in that direction. Wasn't ready to go to Mississippi Valley State or go to these small colleges and get these monsters. Because believe me, they are monsters. So Pittsburgh got used to winning like that. And it kind of fits with the steel mill mentality, that industrial kind of toughness. Somebody like Aaron Rodgers might even be seen as almost being gay in Pittsburgh. Even down to his spirituality, not Christianity, spirituality, all that plays into it. His open-minded thinking, the way he expresses himself, the way he carries himself, the little snide remarks he makes or doesn't make, those little sophisticated social gestures gestures, just the whole thing. Pittsburgh, we had Ben, who wasn't the most cerebral person in the world, but he was a beast. Ben was a physical beast, and definitely an athlete. You know, Bradshaw was known not to be the smartest deck in the card in the deck, but he had such a good team around him. He had a mega team around him, so he, you know, of course, he stepped up and did his thing every now and then, you know, enough. He held his part, but he had a team around him. And somebody else was Cordell, only because Cordell could run. Cordell couldn't throw. I don't think Cordell won anything. Actually, I think Cordell took it to the championship one year, but I had no faith in Cordell. Okay, I don't have faith in black quarterbacks, period. I don't like that style. I don't like that style. I think it still goes back. Steve Young is probably the most mobile quarterback that I like. I don't like the athletic, but the game is changing, and I'm gonna start liking it eventually. Because Justin Fields, watching him play, it's just, he's just so strong and agile and this and that. And we couldn't tackle him. And he can get away and run, and that's a threat. He is such a threat. But we said, all right, throw the ball and beat us. And we knew we couldn't. Even the Eagles know. Even the Jets knew if it came down to him throwing the ball, he ain't gonna beat us. But so when he did get a couple good throws, stadium went crazy. And he had his moments. He definitely played a good game. He had his moments. And Justin Fields haven't been our quarterback last year. And Aaron Rodgers haven't been the Jets quarterback last year. So it was a primary matchup, and that's probably why I was had national coverage. I even think it was on TV here in LA, on Channel 2. Of course, I was at the game. And so I was at the game, so my NFL Sunday ticket didn't matter. It being on TV here didn't matter. You know, so then we'll go through the whole thing again every week. You know, check it out. Either way, I'm covered. I'm covered. And I'm covered because I got an NFL Sunday ticket. And I got an NFL Sunday ticket because I got it at a student discount. I figured out a way how to get it at a student discount. And I do feel kind of guilty about that somewhat, I will say. But I saved like $400. So, what you gonna do? And so, you know, I'm sitting there watching the game, Jets fans was cool. We were just, you know, I'm just being me. And what I do at the game is I talk to the team, I talk to the field, I talk to the game. And I know that people around me can hear me and they'll pick up on it. And they kind of, you know, join in on it too. And so we're just like, every now and then hollering stuff out. And they congratulating each other, you know, talking to each other indirectly, kind of. You know, I just love that kid there. One time, I saw him line up, and I said, what's his name? Carlos Austin, I forget his name. Austin, our receiver. I saw him line up and I called his name. And they threw the ball to him and he got like 25 yards. And everybody next to me pounded and gave me a pound. I was like, Carlos Anson, what was his name? Carlos Anson, Charles Anson, the third, junior, Carlos Anson, something. Started with a C, I believe. Anyway, number 19, I know the dude. He's been there for years. But anyway, I called his name out. I saw it because I sit in the club now. I don't sit down low no more. I ain't trying to sit front row, second row. Forget that. I'm sitting in the club. And in the club, you get to go in the club. In the club, you get to go in the club. And I said before, it was too nice to be football. This was too nice to be football. That was then. Things have changed. I'm foo-foo. Where's my club seat? Not club seat, but, so I'll talk about the seat later. just the amenities in the club is covered, carpet, nice. You know, sometimes couches or lounge chairs, you know, plush stuff, you can sit, just kind of chill for a second. Bathrooms, and it don't be cold. If it's cold outside, good food everywhere. And on top of all of that, I think it's the best seat in the house. I sat 50-yard line, row 3 at the first level of the club. 50-yard line, row 3, first level of the club. I could see the whole goddamn field. I mean, it was just beautiful. I was just like, oh, it was so beautiful. I took a picture of it a couple times just to see how I could just see the whole beautiful field. It's like, oh my God, it's just gorgeous. And you can see all the plays. So when I saw Calvin Austin, the third line up, I said, Calvin Austin. Sure enough, they threw the ball to him. And everybody was like, hey, turn that dude, turned around, you know, dap me up. Just kind of stuff like that. I loved it. I love it. Getting there early, just dance to the music. Because I might feel this way or that way about hip hop, but in a stadium, them beats be banging. In a stadium, and they take out the profanity, them beats be banging. I mean, that vibe is just, it's almost like perfect. It's almost like perfect. It's almost better than funk. Because funk, Flash Side or Knee Deep, gives me, or maybe other people, a different type of energy. But that hip hop beat is kind of, you just kind of bounce on it. And it's not like a full on, you know, you're getting it on, you know, full throttle. It's like a half throttle. You can just feel the vibe and the way it bounces through the stadium. I stand up and I dance. Of course, knowing everybody can see me. You know, people around me can see me. Putting on a little show of rhythm for them. Get there. You know, I left the hotel. I left the hotel and it was kind of raining a little bit. And there was a sign at the hotel saying, it's illegal to walk and it's dangerous. And I know Google Maps has shown me, you know, places to walk that were very sketchy. One of them was leaving Las Vegas airport, walking to the Luxor. They said, go this way. It wasn't no walkway to go there. I'm like damn near walking on not the highway, but the off ramps or whatever. But I wasn't the only one walking, so. And then I asked the guy, he said, no, you can't walk, it's illegal. Then I asked him like 2 seconds later, I said, but people walk? Yeah, people walk all the time. I'm like, dog, help me out here. He might have been from East Pakistan or something like that. You know, limited English. Definitely English is a second language. But we don't need to go down that road. So, and I, when I got up in the morning and looked outside to see the weather, I saw 2 Jets fans walking to the game. I said, oh, okay, cool. And when I got out there, it was kind of rainy. I was like, fuck it. I looked up to see how much Lyft was. Lyft was $11. Here in 2 minutes, I was like, so I got to ride to the game. Got to ask them, you know, where to meet. How, you know, when I get out, the best way to catch another one to the airport was right after the game. I went to the airport. Well, not right after, because I hung out. I hung out in the mall. They got a mall called the American Dream. This is the best mall I've ever seen in my goddamn life. This mall was tremendous. It was like 3 or 4 floors, just new and bright and shiny and vibrant. Steelers fans walking around, people after the game just walking around, you know, all kinds of food and clothes. And I was so impressed. Actually, I just hung around there for a little bit, maybe an hour or 2. Then I finally caught a lift to the airport and still got there, you know, a couple hours early. Just taking my time, relaxing, good game, feeling good. You know, I was just in the zone. There's nothing like being there early where you can relax. And also it's fun to, when I go certain places or these places, I can make that light, but I don't feel like it. I still can make it. I don't feel like it. When I go to these places, I was like, oh, I've been here before. I remember this. And EWR, as many times I've been to EWR, as many times I've been to Newark Airport, you would think it would hit me. You would think I would go, oh. But every time it's like, oh, I remember this, oh, I remember this. Especially catching the air train. I don't think I had to catch the air train this time. Yeah, I did have to catch the air train. Because I had to catch the air train to the train station. Catch the air train to the train station. And I got a train into Manhattan. Wait a minute, that was the P-Funk trip last time. What did I do? I got an Uber. I got a Lyft or an Uber. Because we was out there standing at the thing and and it was bad weather in Newark, so the airport closed. That meant no flights in, no flights out. And I guess, I was sleeping, not paying attention on purpose, trying to make the flight go faster. Then I think I kind of woke up and he said, all right, we've been holding here for blah, blah, blah. We're running out of gas, so we're gonna go to Detroit. And this is not the first time that it's happened to me, us getting diverted to Detroit. This is not the first time because of weather. Last time, we just went to Detroit, grabbed gas, and didn't even have to get off the plane. And went back to wherever, Pittsburgh, wherever we was going. But this time, they let us off the plane. We was in there for like a couple hours maybe. We was in there for like a couple of hours. And then they kept saying, all right, we're ready to go. No, we're not. We're ready to go. No, we're not. And then another plane at another gate next to us, it was going to LaGuardia, in that area, was left. And we were like, yeah, okay, here we go. But I realized that, they've been in the queue all this time. So we gotta let all the planes that got here before us, that was kind of hanging out, go before us. So they said, all right, come, let's go. Oh, never mind, we're not going yet. And then we finally got out of there. Didn't get to the hotel till like 11 p.m. or something like that. Supposed to get there like at 4 maybe, or 10 or 9, I forget what time it was. I think I get there 10:30, 11. Get to the hotel when I was supposed to get there probably at 4. But it was kind of cool. Had to order the pizza. Pizza came. Ate that whole fucker. And went to bed. Still had enough time. Even if I went to bed at 2, I didn't have to get up till 10. So I just got 8 hours. So I was feeling pretty good. Got up and walked over to the stadium. Oh my God. MetLife Stadium, beautiful stadium. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. Beautiful day. It was raining a little bit. I spent $5 on a poncho. It wasn't raining that much, but I didn't want the moisture to accumulate on my clothes. So, and I had one of those stadium bags, clear stadium bags. So everything I took was in that bag, everything. So when I went to the game, I took everything I bought with me. No travel light, no laptop. I didn't even take my mic, the mic and stuff that I'm wearing now. I said, well, I'll leave it here, I ain't gonna. Took a toothbrush, didn't even take drawers, underwear. So it was just a one-day thing, in and out, boom, boom. Got in the stadium, ain't nothing like getting in the stadium, ain't nothing like getting there when you finally showing you a ticket and you're inside. The journey, from beginning, from buying that ticket, finding the ticket, buying the ticket, getting the airfare, the transportation worked out, this, that, hotel rooms, all that, get all that worked out. Till you walk up there with your phone, and you turn around, they tap it or they check it, it turns green and you can go in. Oh my God, that feeling, I love that feeling. I love that feeling. You go walk around, look at, see what they got. I like to go to my seat. But since I was in club, I kind of wanted to go down to the field and watch the players practice. But it was so early that they wasn't even in their equipment yet. They was still, in they sweats and stuff. That's earlier, but I got to see TJ and Cam and, some people, get pictures and stuff. And then I went up to my seat and, looked around and walked up through the club. They didn't see you, and they weren't letting people down there. If your ticket didn't match that section, they wasn't letting you down there. I said, come on, I just want to go down there, take a look. And I'm not sitting there. I said, look, I'm in the club. I got a better seat than these people. I just want to go down and see the team. And she let me go down. And one guy didn't. One guy didn't let me go down, so I went to another one. She let me down. And I left. I told her, thank you. Then I went to the club. Got into the club, started looking at the food. Saw some wings. They had some good-ass wings. French fried garlic fries. Garlic fries was pretty good. It was okay. Garlic fries was okay. You got me a big drink, ice. I ate. In fact, I ate in the club. Found a seat in the chair in the club, comfortable. And then some dude came sit next to me. He was like a DJ who was a giant season ticket holder. So me and him started chopping it up, talking. And so that was cool, And just meeting people, talking, going through that whole route, just doing what I do, how I do it. You can tell I'm an autopilot now, huh? Get past, I don't know how you say, disabilities, challenges, what do you even call them? Cats I walk by. Every now and then I see them out here walking. Look like they must be from not a home or, just a whole bunch of them say from some kind of, not institution, I don't know what the word is. But anyway, so I'm talking to him, I go in the game, and I ate my food, took my food in, went to the bathroom, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Game came, and the Jets drove down the field. I think they scored a touchdown. I'm not sure. I think they drove right down the field. Steelers defense was not good all day long. They got pushed around again. And see, at the beginning, just like I was saying, Pittsburgh's whole thing about Pittsburgh was you don't get pushed around. We push around. We beat up on people. That's Tomlin's whole attitude and Steeler attitude in general. But they got pushed around. And it was known that they got pushed around because Baltimore, in the playoff game last year, just ran us over like children. And everybody acknowledged it and knew it in the Steelers organization. And they went out and they tried to draft to combat that and turn around and happen again. So it might be scheme. It might be Terrell Austin and Mike Tomlin not calling the right defenses or just not being smart enough. Because they was getting blasted. Breece Hall was like, oh my God, I might need to pick him up and put him on my team. He was running wild. But they got to address that. And the offensive line had a few moments. But see, another thing too is our starting offense and starting defense never played a game together. They didn't play in preseason at all. So everybody's still learning. Preseason is 4 games. They're talking about getting rid of preseason because it's almost useless. Basically what you're doing is you're looking at your second and third stringers, trying to see who you want to keep on the practice squad, who you want to develop. Very few of the starters ever play preseason. So this is really, the first few games is really preseason for the veterans. And, you know, all teams got to get this together. But it was fairly few flags, very few penalties. It was like the refs wasn't calling nothing. I was like, damn, refs wasn't calling nothing. But, you know, but they made calls. They made significant calls both ways. You know, they help teams out, or rescue teams from this or that. So, I mean, it was a good game. It was just a good game. And then after it was over, you know, I had no place to go. So I just kind of hung in the stadium a little bit, watched people, you know, come and go, and took my time getting out and still going through the tunnel to the mall. There's a tunnel from the stadium to the mall. You know, took my time getting over there and had to go to the bathroom. So I found me a stall. Woo! I probably sat 20 minutes in there. Just let it go. It just felt so good. You know, you had a victory, you're feeling good. Since I got NFL Sunday Ticket, the NFL Sunday Ticket I talked about earlier, I was able to watch the games, put on Red Zone, and watch the games. So it was just good. And I had food. I had food left over because I had a bag. I had a plastic bag with me, so I was able to put my food in there if I wanted some. But I usually don't, you know, I like to fly on an empty stomach. Caught a 9 o'clock flight. Game was over about 4. Messed around at the mall. Then ended up catching a 9 o'clock flight. Got to LAX about midnight. Rest is history. Went to work the next day, didn't get my 10,000 steps in yesterday. Stayed in the bed till like 11:30 instead of getting up at 9. Need that extra 2.5 hours. So, you know, I got home, I had to eat. Ate the rest of some wings and garlic fries. But I'm happy about my football team. I'm very, very, very happy. The quarterback play and I think between Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Smith, damn, they both Aarons? Aaron Smith and Aaron Rodgers. I just noticed that. Our offensive coordinator, Arthur Smith and Aaron Rodgers. A&A, baby. And DK Metcalf, our number 1 top receiver, our dog, was being guarded by their dog, one of the best in the league. And so he was, I ain't gonna say neutralized, but it opened it up for other people. And Aaron Rodgers, being the experienced veteran, capable individual that he is, was able to hit other players like Stefanik, whatever his name is, Stefanik, one of our special teams players, caught the first touchdown, and it was beautiful. I was sitting right there, I saw it. It was beautiful. And it was the simple things that I sit around and watch the Chiefs, maybe the 49ers, and all these other elite offenses execute almost effortlessly. But I'm sitting there watching my football team turn the ball and hand it off like it's 1938. Or do a pitch or a toss like it's the 1950s or something. I'm like, there's no scheme, there's no complexity, there's no innovation. I'm like, come on. And finally, we look like an almost modern offense. We look like an almost modern, I say almost because, you know, it was the first game. I say almost. We'll see, you know, because now that, you know, there's tape on us, and that means that there's tape that other teams can study. All the teams get everybody else's, you know, whoever they're playing's tape, and they watch the tape and they study tendencies and they learn this and they learn that about it. Now that it's tape out on the Steelers, you know, people will make adjustments. Just like we'll make adjustments, you know, from the tapes we watch of them. And usually with the NFL Plus, that I usually get, NFL Plus Premium, that I usually get, I get the replays. I get the all 22. That's the coach's video. It's like every snap, every play from 5 different camera angles. So you can rewind it, look it back. You can study it. A lot of people, but it was kind of clunky to me. It didn't work the best. And plus I didn't really watch it anyway. I ain't too much into replays. Not even like series or nothing. TV series, no, I ain't too much into replays. But anyway, so we'll see. My football team. We got Seattle at home this weekend. I still got to get my Funketeers ball flight to wherever I'm going. Shit, it's just messed up. It's just messed up. It's just messed up. I'm talking about my work schedule changing. My work schedule changing, and me having to be in the office multiple days a week, which cuts into my PTO when I'm in Ohio. Since I can't be in the office, I gotta use PTO, and it's killing me. I gotta find a way to beat that. I gotta find a way to beat that. You know, I gotta find, my boss was trying to give me some ideas. She was kind of pushing the ethical limit, and I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I might lie by omission, but I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, no, I gotta be back there to babysit. They need me to babysit. But I mean, if I think about it, everybody else will do it. I can have them buy in. I have my daughter, grandmother, everybody back there say, yep, we need them. They're like, yep, we need them. Come back here and get yours. Come back here and do your time with granddaughter. Yeah, we definitely need them. I can probably definitely get a letter of consent. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see, maybe I can work that angle. Maybe I can work that angle. And see, I won't be missing work, I'll just be working remotely. I'll just be working remotely. And doing the job, I just won't be in the building. I gotta figure out a way how to work that. I gotta figure out a way. Cause I gotta get those tickets. I still ain't got a ticket yet. Cause the way Pittsburgh plays in Ireland, the Sunday after the Funketeers ball, when I'm traveling, and the game starts at 9:30 Eastern time. And that's like right when I'm gonna be on the airplane, right when I'm gonna be in the sky. Or maybe if I can get Wi-Fi, streaming and do NFL Sunday Ticket, might not be so bad. Might not be so bad. But it's a good thing. Life is good. LA Maggots coming up. Just got through seeing P-Funk 2 weeks ago in New York. Then flew back 2 weeks later. See the Steelers there. I mean, what else is there? You know, it's life, ain't it? And I often wonder, why ain't everybody's life like this? And not so much, you know, you flying here, flying there, doing this. Why doesn't everybody have the opportunity to exploit their passions. Whatever passion it is, whatever they want to do, whatever it is that their thing, just to get knee deep in it and just absorb it all and just embrace it. Just get all of it. Six years, 9 months to retirement, so I can be eligible for full Social Security. No, delayed. It's not full. Delayed Social Security. I might get like $3,800 a month. And with my savings, I should be set pretty well. And if I move to Ohio and buy a house on accident, oops, I ended up buying a house. I think I just bought a house. I own a house back there. Who knows? Maybe by that time the neighborhood will change. And it's a nice little 1-bedroom too. Maybe back there things will change and I put some more money into it, get things fixed up, because right now I wouldn't live in that. I'm renting out a house I wouldn't live in. Is that the idea of a slumlord? Me and my sister own it. I ain't living in that house. But then again too also, my mother's house, if we keep it, I think her rent is her mortgage is only like $900 a month. I could live there, but it's so big. I would almost rent it out and get my own place. It's something smaller. I would rent it out and get something smaller. But me and my sister gotta split it. That's right. Me and my sister gotta split it, so it ain't all mine. Got to figure that out. So it wouldn't be, I don't know, if it's $900 a month, she'd probably say, no, let's put some money in this, rent it out, get that money. Or I buy her out. She let me buy her out. We'll see. We'll see. But it's good. Today's Tuesday. Made it through Monday. I took 2 of them headache medicines. As soon as I put something in my stomach, I usually try to take 1. I usually only try to take 1, but I took 2. I was like, I ain't messing around today. Because I didn't want to go through it. Plus, you know, the caffeine give me a little boost, which I probably needed or could have used, or definitely appreciate it. I don't know. Well, I do know. I was just saying I don't know. Thinking about the headache things, pain and discomfort, because when it's not there, and I feel good, when it's not there, and I feel good, it's like the best feeling in the world. It's like the best high. It's like a natural euphoria. And you just can't freaking beat that. It's like a natural euphoria, and it's, oh my God, I just feel energized and good. Anyway, that's how it is, that's where we're at. funk and Pittsburgh Steelers and football and work and food and weight is down. You know. Well, you might not, but hopefully you can imagine. And I ain't looked at my bills. I gotta look at my bills. I gotta look at my bills, getting stuff paid. May have to make a withdrawal from my savings. Sometimes that happens. I have to make a withdrawal. I mean, I'm ready. I mean, not ready, but, you know, probably gonna have to do it anyway. Eventually. I know I'm gonna probably have to do it anyway to pay for my mother's health care. Jesus. That stuff. Woo. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. Guess what? I'm swinging on y'all 2 times. For me, for the phone. And for every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom, in this, or in any universe that ever was, is, or will be. The totality of it all, a theory of universe. Hypothesis of all as one. My name is Jeffery.